Hey, good morning, everybody. Just barely morning. I'm running late today. I like to start about 10:30, but it's great to be with all of you. And we've got some interesting things to look at today. I'm Frank from PulseWave Trading and PulseWave Crypto. We're going to be looking at our rally and crash alerts from our PulseWave price trigger reports created by my main man, Dex the Algo Capitalist. And you may be watching on his channel, PulseWave Trading, or PulseWave Crypto. If you haven't already subscribed to our new channel, PulseWave Crypto, by the way, thanks to all of you who did. We got just over 100 subscribers. I think I offended 2 or 3 of them because they're gone. But check that out. Link in the description. Like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. And the content is just ramping up with this. So it's good to be with all of you. A couple things we're going to cover today. We're going to start with rally and crash alerts. Going to go deep on those. But also going to take, I want to talk about this bizarre press conference that Trump did yesterday. And it's July 1st, 2021. And this is President Trump giving a press conference with the governor of Texas and his border patrol team. And just very odd. Want to talk about it. Want to look at a couple. I keep talking. This is one of those things where I want the awareness of this interview to go up. So I'm going to look at a couple clips from this today. We'll do that after we go over our rally and crash alerts. But this is Brett Weinstein, Dr. Pierre Corey on Joe Rogan Experience, 1671. I've been sharing this with people. I sent it to my chiropractor yesterday. I got a great chiropractor. I had a good one for years, but this new one's amazing. So do I look straight? Works on several levels. So I want to look at a couple clips from this and get into it, as well as some other Vax related news. We have an intersection between cryptos and disease related news. And so that will be our very natural transition today. Usually it's hard, you know, I've got so much I want to talk about, but we'll make that transition. So first, well, also going to be talking about Theta, the awesome Theta news, 3.0 launch. You've been seeing in our thumbnails, maybe we've been putting up the countdown, and I've been talking about it. Man, I was feeling just a distinct lack of dairy, and man, you will it, and it appears. Welcome, Mr. Pasta. So we'll look at all those things and maybe less, because sometimes I forget the things I promised to look at. But let's look at our rally and crash alerts for today. Last time I was on, I don't usually do a show Wednesday. So I was on Tuesday, and we had rallies throughout the reports. And I was saying, you know, I would be cautious with these. I would take profits quickly. And it's nice to report when I'm right about predicting the future going on. By the way, none of this is financial markets. I'm not a financial advisor, not qualified to give that kind of information. What I can do is report on our rally and crash alerts created by my friend Dex the Algo Capitalist. And you can use these, but do your own research as well. So looking at a few rally crash alerts, let's start off with BTC. Got a crash alert on that. No buy signal on it. That's where we get a goose egg in terms of where to enter. Sometimes the reports just say don't. And you can take that or leave that, but it's a helpful signal when the algorithm is saying there's not a good place to enter long, then maybe don't. So the other day we did get that, and it pulled back again. So as I was saying, you want to watch your stops at that kind of thing and read the market. One of the great things about the reports is the report won't only tell you if there's a rally or crash alert. It'll give you buy triggers, sell triggers, but it'll also give you information about the trend. And so the trend momentum here is that the market has a short-term top, prices cease trending higher. So, you know, we're already way down here. That said, there are plenty of people saying we're not technically in a bear market with Bitcoin yet. So we'll see where we go. Looking at ADA has, in fact, guys, I'll shortcut this for you. Everything I'm looking at from here on in, I think, has about the same report. A goose egg for a 0 for buy entry, meaning no safe indication from the algorithm on where to get in. So if we're looking at ADA, we've got the same thing. In fact, shortcut. Here's BCH. It's the same chart. Here's DOT. It's the same chart. Tfuel's not on our reports, and it's a slightly different chart, slightly better. Theta is on our report, same chart. I'm sorry, I'm going to blame the report at this point. Vechain, very similar chart, little bullish under here in terms of, that's one bullish indicator we like to see, is that little deal there. So that's VET. ETH is looking a little bit better. Let me pull it up on the chart here. I think we actually did have, yeah, we do have a rally alert for ETH. We'll see if it plays out. I don't believe we've hit it yet today, high of the day. No, we haven't hit the, we've gotten close, but we haven't hit our actual buy trigger. So for this one, we have a rally alert, positive money flow, possible algo shift, expect higher prices. If there's a downtrend, short-term bottom could now be in place. So there is, in fact, a downtrend in place. So this could be a short-term bottom. See where we go. Dash, I don't usually cover it, but it's on our reports, and it's a great crypto. Same thing. Atom, which is not on our reports, we're looking into it. Something that I've been playing around with a lot, and I just see new projects launching on it all the time. So we're going to be looking closer at Atom. But same chart as the other ones, maybe slightly more bullish, with the SAR being on the bottom. BNB, SAR on top, all indicators from just, and when I'm talking about these charts, we put 4 indicators on here that are sort of handy to look at, not the same as the algorithm charts that Dex uses, but a great way to take the temperature for the day. And you can download our chart with a free membership. We give instructions of PulseWave Trading. You just need TradingView. You don't have to have a paid account. I believe you can download them without a paid account. So if not, just pay for it. All right. So continuing with some crypto news, Theta had its launch. I've been counting this down. We have our actual mainnet 3.0 launch. I'm kind of, I feel all out of sorts because I had 0 time yesterday to deal with this. I'm going to be setting up at least, well, I already have my Edge node running. I'm on Gpool with Theta, but I haven't had a chance to log into Gpool and see what's going on with their Tfuel staking, because in mainnet 3 you can stake your Tfuel for rewards and do all kinds of stuff. So you can literally download the Edge node software. I saw somewhere, and the reason I'm bringing it up is I'm having this issue. My Edge node on Mac just isn't quite working the way it's supposed to. So I saw somewhere else that there might be some issues with M1 Macs, which are the newer Macs. So I'm having that issue. So I don't know. I was probably going to focus on what's going on with Gpool anyway and stake it there. So I'll play with that later today, let you know how it goes. But let me know what your experience is, especially in our PulseWave Trading Slack chat. Let me know what you guys have run into. I know we've got some Theta enthusiasts at PulseWave in our PulseWave Trading Pro paid Slack, and some people with Edge nodes and Guardian nodes and whatnot. So let me know what you guys are seeing. Now, in terms of continuing Theta news, we have this headline: Katy Perry launches NFTs, acquires stake in Theta Labs. So not only did she acquire not only is she releasing her NFTs, I don't know if they said, I looked, I don't know if there's any, there was no specific information about like how many tokens she has or anything like that. But let's look at it. By the way, something interesting, I'll just bring this up briefly. She has the third, this is from Free Forever 2020. I don't know who that is, but on Twitter, I think I'm following. Wow, Katy Perry's 3rd largest Twitter account in the world and the 2nd biggest musician in the world. That will be one hell of a NFT for Theta and Tfuel. So yeah, she's just behind Bieber and Obama on Twitter. I didn't realize that. So, you know, sometimes when someone's, you know, outside of your sphere of pop culture related influence, you don't realize how important they are. So I was psyched to see her. I used to get, for a short period of time, I used to get physical therapy at this place. And I can't tell this story. What am I saying? But anyway, they used to play Katy Perry all the time. And this one person who worked there used to dance around to it. And it was phenomenally irritating. So that's my only experience with Katy Perry until now. And this is good. This is a good experience. I'm happy about this. She's promoting this thing that I'm heavily into. Not financial advice. Do your own research. I don't know anything. All right, but let's look at this story a little bit. American pop singer and songwriter Katy Perry is launching non-fungible tokens, NFTs, for fans and has acquired a stake in the blockchain video delivery network Theta Labs. Perry's NFT will celebrate her play residency, some concerts she did. So it's focusing on a specific run that she did. Let me see here. Some people have a cough button. I have a nose pick button. I'm just itching. It's just an itch. And you have this much hair on your face. Sometimes things go astray. Just give me a break. God, why do you hate freedom and noses so much? The NFT will commemorate Perry's event, and events and fans can register for first drops at katy.thetadrop.com starting today. She's excited and curious about the launch. Curious if she's going to make $1 billion. I see this and I just think Katy Perry has the potential to become Kanye rich with this kind of thing. We'll see. I don't know. If you're in research, not financial advice, yada, yada, yada. I can't wait to dive in with Theta Team on all exciting and memorable creative pieces so my fans can own a special moment of my residency that's both digital and collectible. My understanding, she actually says there, as well as IRL and real life experience, said Perry. So there's going to be some kind of thing where some people are having tangible, I think, meetups and things like that that are associated with the NFTs. So very cool. And NFTs really... the future, man. A very obvious thing for a crypto pundit to say. Not that I'm a crypto pundit. Maybe I am. Is that what I am technically? I don't even know what I'm doing here, people. What am I anymore? So, but just seeing how NFT can be used with anything in real life as an effective way to manage licenses and ownership and property. Very interesting to see where we'll go with that. Speaking of NFTs, and here's our bridge story to the thing I'm going to settle in on here. I meant to zoom in on this screen. So here we go. Vechain. I think this is really bullish news for Vechain, but some of you might suspect I'm not super excited about it, but we'll see. Together with DNV Assurance, we hereby announce the world's first national level NFT adoption. The Republic, I don't know what the E stands for. Someone tell me. The Republic of San Marino. Let's click on it. Oh, yeah, I'll hover over it. Here we go. The Institute, a fully publicly owned company, has the task of guiding the innovation of the Republic of San Marino. So that's weird. San Marino Innovations, the Institute, a fully public. So this company guides the innovation of the Republic. All right. I don't know much about this place, obviously. They've just approved the digital COVID certificate issued using NFTs through Vechain Thor public blockchain. So reading the Vechain, what do you call it, Medium article. They go on here. The San Marino digital COVID certificate is an important tool that aligns the Republic with technology standards used by the European Union, assuring total interoperability, while also adding a universal certification method based on blockchain technology, comments that guy. First QR code aligns. By the way, I think I skipped over. I was confusing this with a different article, and I was trying to skip to something that ain't there. The San Marino digital certificate covers vaccination against SARS-CoV-2, past infections, or negative test results. So the certificate issued has a validity of 1 week starting 15 days after the first vaccination dose or 9 days from completed vaccination cycle. The certificate is issued upon personal request in a paper or digital format by the ISS facilities authorized by San Marino Health authorities. That's interesting. A paper format as well. I imagine it's going to have some kind of QR code on it or something. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just guessing. San Marino digital COVID certificate. I already read that part. So this is about test results and vaccinations and so on. So I would love it if they were going to open it up to side effects, but I doubt it. So speaking of side effects, we have this from Reuters. This is a couple days old, 2 days old. Heart inflammation after the shot, higher than expected. And as I've pointed out many times, I think I should do a spot on this. I was thinking of doing shows where I just take a media clip and then just break it down. I guess that's what everybody does, but specifically focusing on showing the thought process behind what's happening in the clip. But you can read it here. There is, without exception, whenever you read about side effects, the quotes that they give always come with this. Let me find it on this one. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. U.S. health regulators last week added a warning to the literature that accompanies those mRNA, blah, 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 to flag the rare risks. Try not to hit every reason to censor me today. I guess I already have. Rare risk of heart inflammation seen primarily in young males. But they said the benefit of the shots preventing the cerveza clearly continues to outweigh the risks. Clearly, idiots. Go blow your hearts up or you hate people. So sorry, little outburst from me there. Sorry. But that's the tone of every one of it. It's like, yeah. Clearly, you still need to get this. No matter what report you're watching, that's the shape of it. So brings me to 2 or 3 clips that we're going to look at today. This is from, as you could see, this is from episode 1671 of the Joe Rogan Experience on Spotify. And it really is free and easy to watch. You just need, I don't even know if you need an account. I guess you need to sign into Spotify, but it's free. I don't have a paid account with them anymore. Hi. I always miss when the comments come in, so any context is appreciated. But no. So here we go. A couple clips from this JRE episode. I had some notes. Let me just bring this down for 1 second so I could look at my computer without exposing things. I always do that. I always accidentally show stuff and then get insecure and delete my episodes. So a couple of clips that I'm going to run here, starting with this one, and then I'll comment. And they're talking in particular. This is Brett Weinstein, evolutionary biologist, which with Dr. Pierre Corey, who is a doctor, just an MD. I believe he deals specifically with people who have respiratory issues, but you can go back and see the interview to confirm that. So they're going to be talking about tests that were done, and we're going to look at maybe 2 or 3 minutes worth of stuff here, and then I'll comment on it.
One, Jamie, can you put the abstract of that paper back up? Because there's this thing. So the world is very focused on using ivermectin to treat COVID, which I understand, but we miss this other thing. So scroll down a little bit. Therapeutic advances. There it is. Sentence in the middle. Okay. This might be one of the most important sentences written this century. Low certainty evidence found that ivermectin prophylaxis reduced COVID-19 infection by an average of 86%, 95% confidence interval between 79% and 91%. So that sentence
The video froze. So let me see if I can bring it back. It's worth the trouble.
And he was contracted.
Here we go.
Consistent, dependent upon what early. So my dream.
Oh, I skipped back just a little. Patience. Here we go. Very powerful internet in my house, folks. All right, I can't get the clip to work, but he goes on to make a very specific point that not only is it highly effective as a treatment for the sickness, but he goes on to state whether they cite a study where the usefulness of ivermectin in preventing the sickness was shown to be 100% effective with the test group, meaning every single person who took it on a certain regimen did not get the sickness. Whereas the number quoted, and now I'm glad I found these notes, especially that my thing doesn't work, the video, 57% of the control group, the people who had the placebo, 57% of them got sick. These are two groups of people. I believe it was 1,200 people, 700 plus working, all of them working with patients who have the sickness. They're in places that are the air is densely coated in the sickness. And the ones who took ivermectin, clean, no COVID. Those who didn't, it was about 400 people who didn't, 57% got it. And then they go on to cite further information. Interesting moment in that interview where Rogan himself, he says, most important, Trump never mentioned it, something along those lines. And he talked about the fact that the studies aren't in question. It's just the coverage of it, the political environment around it is really sick and disturbing. So worth watching. Hopefully it'll play on your computer. Let's see if we can get, I don't really need many clips from this one, but just to give a sense of what's going on. You have here, I don't know if these guys are Border Patrol or sheriffs or what they are. They have on their cool Texas gear.
And they work with the gangs in those communities, and they're responsible for a number
here's something I wanted to bring up about this.
Well.
You can find this on, I think this was Fox News posted this on YouTube. This is from yesterday. It's got 800,000 plus views, so it's not exactly viral. It's a 39-minute press conference about the border. But here's the thing that's really interesting. It's 2021 in July. Former President Trump is sitting there like the president, getting a briefing on the border. And then the governor of Texas talks about what they just passed, which is funding to protect the border themselves. And I would guess they're probably going to just be funding Trump's old plan any way that they can, that they're able to do. But here's what it has me thinking. There's lots of talk about us here in this great union splitting up in different ways. I think there's an interesting thing here. When you look at this kind of setup, and this is just a gut reaction to it, I wonder if we won't see some sort of movement, not to break the country up, but just to change the way these kinds of things are done. And who knows, maybe even move the Capitol or something like that at some point. You just, the optics of this, I don't want to make any suggestions about what they're thinking because it's ridiculous. I don't know. All I want to say is the optics of having this kind of press conference in Texas with Trump, while they are handling what should be things that the federal government has well in hand. You have the former president who did have that issue in hand at your table with your whole crew, and they are reporting to him on the plan that they're implementing. So the question I have, the thoughts running through my head is with these kind of optics, what kind of thoughts does that throw into the political arena about what people are going to do? And I'm not trying to suggest anything too firm. It just highlights the breakdown of trust in government, the breakdown of having a sense that whichever party's in control, we're America and things are being taken care of. I think this represents how that is really peeling apart and coming undone. So that's why I wanted to share it. I don't know what your thoughts are. I don't know anything specific. I mean, I have a few things running through my head as I look at the optics of President Trump just sitting there. I think it's so funny how he sits. I always wonder, his psychology is so different from most people, right? Most people would say, I probably shouldn't do this. It reminds me of the shot we saw. There was a great picture of Putin sitting across from Biden last week when they were in their press conference together. And Biden and Putin looks a little almost ridiculous. He's kind of slumping in the chair. He's just sitting there smiling or whatever, just slumping. Whereas Biden's like straight. He's got his legs crossed. You know, he's all together. And I don't know. I mean, at this point, all of us have been on camera somewhere at some point. You know the sort of stress that brings where you want to straighten up. I mean, I certainly do it. End up looking at the monitor, make sure there's nothing hanging out of my nose too often, that kind of thing. You know, you have a certain sense of, you see with Trump and you see with Putin, a comfort in their skin that is different. Like this guy looks pretty comfortable, but not compared to this guy. This guy could be in his living room. You know, this guy could be watching TV. He's so comfortable with himself. But yeah, the optics of that whole thing struck me, that something is shifting in America fundamentally in the way that we think of power structures. I mean, what you're seeing here is the federal government's becoming irrelevant to their problem, except in terms of causing it. That's an outstanding thing, and to see a bunch of citizens sitting around a table saying, "Well, we're not going to wait for you. In fact, we're going to piss you off by bringing the old guy back, and we're going to give him a report like he's the principal of Texas or something like that." It's kind of stunning. I guess I'm having trouble finding words for it, but I think it speaks to what's happening in America in terms of our psyche is beginning to tell us more and more that we can't wait for them to wake up. They're doing it. Their incompetence is intentional. The catastrophe that's unfolding is intentional. We're going to have to just do something about it. Not in terms of doing anything violent against them, in terms of just taking care of ourselves the way that Texas is going to attempt to take care of its border. Now, that's on a political structural level. But I think on an emotional psychological level, that kind of thinking is going to start filtering down. And I mean, it already has, but it's going to start disseminating and growing in the population. That's my hunch. So thanks for watching, everybody. Go to pulsewavetrading.com, get access to our free price trigger, our free membership, or upgrade to Partner 21, our pro membership. Get access to these incredible reports that my partner Dex has been making, and start riding those pulse waves. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm Frank, and I'm out of here. You can tell because I turned on the theme music. It's always this show's over once the theme music's on.